Hello, I'm Graham Brave from Easier Internet Marketing, and welcome to this new video series, Create Your First Blog with WordPress. Okay, welcome back to the second in my WordPress series. I hope you're keeping well and raring to go. Let's have a think first of all at what we covered last time. Now, I introduced you to what a blog is and showed an example of it. We thought about what we're going to call our blog, what we call our domain name. And I introduced you to GoDaddy. And GoDaddy is a site where we can actually buy our domain name. And if I remember right, our domain name was bbqrecipeinfo.com. And the last thing we looked at as in the last video was how we can actually use Hostgator for hosting our site. Now let's see what we hope to achieve in this video. First of all, we're going to upload our domain name that we looked at last time to Hostgator. Then we're going to launch our WordPress blog using something called Fantastico. And lastly, if there's time, we'll be looking at how we can actually set up our WordPress, the basic setup we need to do in the very early stages. Let's start first of all though by uploading our domain name to Hostgator. Now last time I talked about name servers, and just to remind you what a name server is, I always think about it in terms of like the old-fashioned switchboard where we used to have little leads connecting the telephone lines together. So what a name server does, it holds information and it tells your internet where to find your website. Now hopefully if you have now registered with Hostgator, they should have sent you an email on which you should find two of these little numbers. And these are your Hostgator numbers, for example ns1439hostgator.com, and the second one. So you now need to go away and find these numbers and have them ready for the next stage. So go and find them, bring them along, and let's look at the next stage. Okay, what I've done now, I've gone to my GoDaddy account and I've logged in. You see me there. Welcome back, Graham. Wonderful. And now what I need to do is to click on this thing here, domains, and look down here at domain management. So click on this part here, and what you should find when it comes up is it lists all the domain names we have with this company, and there's my domain names. One I'm interested in is bbqrecipeinfo.com. Let's just put a tick in there and you'll see this bar here now becomes active. And look at this one here called name servers. Now it says here set name servers or manage DS records. We want to set a name server, so click on there. And what we'll then find, we have four options. I want to part my domains, forward. Now what we've got now from Hostgator specific domains. So let's put that there. Now these are the standard ones put there by GoDaddy. Now all we have to do now is simply type in to these two boxes here, our name servers. Right, let's just take this out, just highlight this and delete it, and let's now put in the stuff we've got from Hostgator. So I'm typing out the numbers I was given by Hostgator. It always goes to number, ns, and number, then you put in Hostgator, then .com. Always put the lowest one in first, and we've got the second one here. So again, type in the second of the numbers given to you by Hostgator, and again it's hostgator.com. Okay, I've done that, click OK. And what it'll now do, it says your changes have been submitted. So what this is now doing is now pointing our domains to Hostgator. It says here, use takes 2 hours. It may take a bit longer, but we'll give it a couple of hours and we'll come back and see what's happened. Okay? Right, so hopefully now we've had enough time elapsed and our domain has been transferred to Hostgator, and you should receive from GoDaddy one of these emails just telling you that changes have taken place. We should request name servers be changed to following domain. So hopefully everything is now in place. Now what I need to do, I need to go now to Hostgator. So I need you to put in http://www. then your main domain name.com cpanel. Now cpanel is a control panel in Hostgator, and that's where we're going to start building our WordPress blog. So for example in my situation I've got http bbqrecipeinfo.com, then /cpanel, and you should then end up with this login here. Now hopefully you'll have received all details from Hostgator, so you'll have already your username and password, so just put them in there, log in, and I'll see you now in Hostgator. So here's the Hostgator control panel or cPanel, and here I want you to scroll down so you come to this section here that says add-on domains. So click on add-on domains. Now where it says new domain name, here you want to enter your domain name, but no HTTP or www, simply the straightforward domain. So it's bbqrecipeinfo.com. Okay, and as we do that, you'll find the rest of this now gets filled in. Now here you want to give yourself a password. Right, let's type in a suitable password, and again a better match to them. Let's see what's happened now. Okay, right, add domain. Right, and there we have it. The add-on domain bbqrecipeinfo.com has been created. Excellent stuff. Now let's click on here and go back to home. Now before we go and find WordPress, I want to show you two more little things. First of all, let's set up an email account for our blog. Okay, so email accounts here. Now when this comes up, you'll find this appears. Email, and here is the URL for your site. So simply type in here, let's call it support. So support at bbqrecipeinfo.com, and again you want a password in here, and repeat the password. There we go, and create an account. Now I've already done this, so it tells me they already exist, but you can do this for your own. Having done that, let's now click on home. So go home. Now another thing we can do, which is quite neat, is we can actually use a forwarder. Now you've probably got a common email address that you use every day, so rather than have to search through lots of different email addresses, you add a forwarder here, and what we can do, we can choose which one we're going to load. Let's go bbq recipes. So just to forward, it was support, wasn't it? Support at bbqrecipeinfo.com, and in here type the address you want all these emails forwarded to. So rather than have you searching through lots of different emails, this will forward everything to the email address you commonly use. So if I was to use, for example, my Hotmail account, so let's type it in here. Okay, and what it'll do, it'll forward any email sent to this address, it'll forward to my Hotmail address. Add forwarder. Okay, so all emails sent to support at bbqrecipeinfo.com will now be copied to me. So that's really is a great time saver. Right, well now we've got our emails sorted out, we're now going to go back to the home page of Hostgator and see how we can begin building our WordPress blog using a little kit called Fantastico. So let's go back to our home page. Now scroll down the page until you come to Fantastico. Wonderful name, I don't know why it's called this, but Fantastico Deluxe is there, so click on Fantastico Deluxe. Okay, and here we are. Now we want to go to WordPress, so click on WordPress here. Now we want a new installation, so click here. And where do I want it? I want it on BBQ, so BBQ recipe information there. Okay, you can leave this bit here blank. Now here you need to give yourself a username for your WordPress admin site. Let's call myself GC Bray, and password to get into your admin site. Okay, that's that one in there. Now admin nickname, simply going to put in my own name here. Email address, now we want to put in our support address there. Let's get rid of that. Let's put in support at bbqrecipeinfo.com, and I want the site name to be bbq recipe info, and with that I think we're all ready. So click on now install WordPress and click on finish installation. Okay, and there we have it. We have now have a WordPress ready And so go back to WordPress overview, or what we can do, sorry, at this point here we can actually send details installation. So it's well worth here putting in your email address and sending your details on. There we go, send email. Okay, installation details were sent. There we go, email all sent. So now we have our WordPress blog all set up. Now the last section is to set up our WordPress basics. So what I need you to do is actually go into your WordPress admin site. Now to get there, what you do, you type in this address into your URL. It's http:// and then you put in your domain name. Mine happens to be bbqrecipeinfo.com. Now when you type that in, /, then type in wp-admin. Now this will take you through to the administration area or dashboard of your blog. Now because you have the password, only you have access to this, and this is where we can make all the necessary changes. So type this in and I'll see you at your dashboard. So here we are at the WordPress admin login, and all you do here is remember your username and password you set up with WordPress. So put in your username and then your password and then click login, and this takes you now to the dashboard. So we've got BBQ recipe info there, that is our blog. If you want to, you can actually have a look at that by clicking on that, and it takes you to, there we go. This is a very basic theme at the moment. We'll change this in the next video, but that's your WordPress blog. How exciting, isn't it? Let's go back to where we were. So go back to the dashboard. Now here there's just one or two settings we want to look at. First of all, go to settings down here. Now just check what we've got here. So general settings, site title, BBQ recipe info, yeah, that's good. Tagline, you want something here to explain what it's about. Let's put in something like, let's create sizzling recipes for your BBQ. Let's change it, not recipes, create sizzling menus for your BBQ. That sounds good. So there we go, that mouth-watering, isn't it? Now check everything else is in place. If you're happy with all that, look, there's our email address. That's good there, isn't it? Come on down and save changes there. Okay, and the changes have now been saved. Now next thing I want to do is on settings, if we just scroll down a little bit here, go to what's called permalinks, and here custom structure. Okay, and simply type in here the following. So it's /% post name, if I can spell it correctly, post name %/ okay, and all this does, it makes the pages, rather than being P1 or P2 whatever, it gives them a more visible name. You'll see this as we go through it. So again, click save changes. Okay, and there we are, that one's set up. Okay, so we're going to stop this video at this point, and in the next video we'll be looking at installing a theme onto our site. I hope this has all made sense to you, but please, if you've got any questions whatsoever, please contact me at www.easierinternetmarketing.com and just go to the contact page there and get in touch. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye bye for now.